Yep.
Okay. All right.
All right. So, many of you guys know LOL as LOL or laugh out loud, or I've heard love out loud. Sounds a little rare. But is it lots of love?
Yeah.
Okay, it's lots of love. But I would like to tell you guys that you are all wrong. Okay? It is not love out. What is it?
Lots of
Okay,
love.
lots of love or laugh out loud. It is League of Legends. Okay?
Yeah.
League of Legends is a PvP PC game, and it is one of the best out there. So, what? I'm sorry, what? Rude comments, thank you. So, League of Legends is where you control this one champion, and you have this team of 5, or you can go 3v3, or yes, and then you have to like attack the other person's base, but it is like more. It's not like it's like kind of like a castle, and you have to get inside, and you have to like destroy like the heart, but it's like it's known as like a building. So, a little background of it: more hours have been put into this game in North America and Europe than any other game. So, even though it might not be the most popular game, the most hours have been put into it. So, actually, I'm going to show you a map of Summoner's Rift, which is the most popular 5v5 team playing game. It's a square. You start out in the corner. You have your base. Erase that a little. So you have your base here. Other team starts in their corner, and then you have their base. Your nexus right here is what the other team is trying to kill. Okay. So like if you kill the nexus, then you automatically win. Then you just win. And then it goes off with an inhibitor. All right, and these inhibitors are pretty much what tells the nexus to summon the minions. So listen here. So if you kill the inhibitor, then the other team starts spawning super minions, which are very powerful and they hurt a lot. So you do not want your inhibitors to be destroyed. And then right in front of them, let's say you have your towers, you have your turrets, and they deal a lot of damage. They do about 200 attack damage to your health, physical damage, which early game is a lot. And also I would like to add that an average time limit for this game is about 45 minutes, so they're quite long indeed. But, alright, so now we have bottom lane, right? We have 3 lanes, okay? Bottom, mid, and top. So, first, let's go through the ADCs, alright? So the ADCs are attack damage carriers. I have a few here. This is Misfortune, that's Severe, and that's Jinx. Jinx is the most recent. She is very OP. OP means overplayed or overpowered, so they are very powerful. So attack damage carriers, these are some of the builds, okay? So what you want to do is you want to do a build of damage as attack damage carrier. So these guys are going to be doing most of your damage. The only downside to ADCs are that they are squishy, so they are not strong. They don't have a lot of armor, okay? So you can kill them easily, but they deal a lot of damage, and they go bot game. So ADCs are down here, and I want to add that you also have 2 turrets here on each team, and that you have to like kill. So these 2 belong to this team, these 2 belong to this team. So this is red, this is blue. All right, so blue has to kill these 2 turrets before they go into the base and kill that turret, and red has to do the same. So next, mouse is over here. Next is the support. The support also plays down bot with the ADCs because they are supporting them. So a couple supports are Blitzcrank, and he's the most annoying because he builds a tanky. He builds tanks so he can withstand damage. And his Q really annoys people because he throws his fist at them and grabs them and pulls them close. And that actually does a lot of damage, and it throws them in the air, and it's annoying. So what these guys do is every 30 seconds, a wave of minions respawn from the Nexus, and there are about 8 of them, 8 or 9. And what they do is they help get the minions low on the other team, so their ADCs can take the kill of the minion. And when the minion dies, you get plus 20 gold or plus 40 gold, depending on which minion you kill. So they pretty much support the ADCs into getting early money so they can buy more weapons, you could say. And the next one, we are going to talk about jungle. So jungle, there are a couple jungle camps in here. So that's a jungle camp, that's a jungle camp, and then this is like a river leading all the way through each camp. Here's a jungle camp, jungle. So there are a couple jungle camps, and the same thing on the other side as well. This might look really confusing right now for you guys, but that's okay. So you have a couple jungle camps here and there, and so these are all jungle. So like these are not turrets. These are monsters. These are like little monster camps. And the jungles are supposed to go around killing all the minions in here, killing all the jungle creatures. And they gank either bot, mid, or top. Usually they start ganking top because this is top lane, this is mid. Usually they start ganking top because on top it's a 1v1 up here. And same with mid, mid's also 1v1. And then this is the only 2v2, so they can withstand that for a little bit. But the jungle is pretty much supposed to go around, and if mid lane on the red team is pushing hard on the blue team, these are turrets, then the jungle is going to hide in like little brush here, and is going to jump out onto the red team to get the kill. All right? So the jungles are supposed to be building more tanky, but these are a couple of jungle items. Usually they go with the Spirit of the Ancient Golem, which after every kill they gives them plus gold, so they get more money, so they can stay out in the jungle longer and they can gank when needed. Because really they spend most of their time roaming from bot to top, and I mean, you know, you're not that fast. Like it takes a while to get there, you know. So it's pretty tough. But these are just some jungle characters. You got Shyvana, Fiddlesticks, which is really annoying, and Shaco. So those are just some jungle people. Next we got mid. So the main thing about being a mid player is getting your AP, all right? So you want to build for more magic. Huh?
What's your AP?
Your AP. What?
What's that?
Oh, ability power. So you're building magic. AP is your ability power, so you're playing magic. So your most important thing to get is the Rabadon's Death Cap, which I mean this is a outdated. It's not actually that much. It's only 3,200 and it's only 120 ability power. But the mid's very important because that's usually your only AP character, and when you're trying to build armor, you can either build armor or you can build magic resist. And usually people build armor because it's easier and magic resist costs more. But these guys definitely do a lot of the damage because not everyone buys magic resist because it's more expensive and they just want to go with armor. But they don't realize that magic resist is actually very important because these guys actually do deal a lot of damage if they get that Rabadon's Death Cap or even get 2 of those, because they can stack up and really do a lot. So the turrets here, all right. And then the jungle is still roaming around the jungle, doing whatever he's got to do. And then we got our top. No, we don't. We got our top. So our top is 1v1. We got our turrets here. And our top is building tanky. So these guys are going all out tank pretty much. They're building armor. They're getting some magic resist right here. And what they want to do, they don't really destroy the turrets that much. They kind of stay here and they don't, I mean, they go in for attack on each other, but it's 1v1 and they're just building up tanks, so they don't do a lot of damage to each other, of course, because they don't have a lot of attack damage. And they're buying chests and just, they're starting to get their early tanks. So when when late game comes, they pretty much erase all of this here. I mean, they don't like erase it, but like they ignore everything and they just focus on the mid lane right here. So they're going, so now at around 25 minutes, they're going a full 5v5 in the mid lane, okay? So if if the blue team decides to attack on the red team and they dive this turret, which means they totally ignore it and they just go for the kills, and they end up getting all the kills, and let's say it turns out to be 4v5. So blue lost one but got 4 kills. Then this one is going to definitely retreat back, get some health. So now it's going to be a 4 in the mid zone. And what they're going to do is they're going to take out these towers right here. And then they are going to push as hard as they can. And they are going to end up taking out this turret, this inhibitor. Oh, I forgot to add there are 2 turrets right here. That's a mistake. And then all red is going to respond soon. So the reds back up, they have all their 5, and then these guys are going to end up pushing right back. They're just going to go back to base, they're going to get their armor, they're going to get their AP or attack damages and whatnot, and then it's going to go back to normal. It's going to back to 5v5 in the mid lane, and then blue is probably going to win again. So what's going to happen, it's going to be, let's just say it's going to be a 3. So blue's going to end up with 3 of their damage characters because the 2 other ones died. And then red is going to be wiped out. So these guys are going to push these 2 turrets and they're going to die. And then they're going to kill the Nexus and that's going to die. And then game over and the game goes to blue. So out of all of that, I'm sure you guys have learned now to go home, go to Google, because everyone loves Google, and download League of Legends because it's the best game.
Download Dota 2's better.
So, it does take up most of your life. I really don't have one anymore. But it was totally worth it, I must say. So, that's my presentation.